In this short video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to use the Source Product Builder platform. The first thing to do is to go to the source.tv website, and if you scroll down the page on the right hand side, you will see here that there is a login. Your login is your first name and your surname, and it is case sensitive. The password is the same. So here we are, we're in the Source system, and this is the screen that you will see when you arrive. Now if there's a message here saying there has been a problem, please try again, ignore that, don't worry, we are in and everything is fine. The first thing you really want to do is to change your password, and the way to do that is to go to the welcome box at the top, and there you can click to edit your details. And so here is your basic information screen, and I am just going to edit this screen, and I am going to change the password and save it. And that's really important because all the passwords do default to a standard format, so once you've started creating content, you don't really want any person being able to come in and look at your data or amend your data. So just to explain, the key elements of the Source system, the Product Builder system, are on the left hand side here, and the main one that you need to look at is the CRM tools. And in CRM tools there are three basic elements that you need to use to create sign-up boxes and PayPal buttons for online products on your website. So what I'm going to do is show you how to create a simple sign-up box for your website. So here's an example of a free sign-up box on the Source website, and this is a sign-up box allowing the viewer to watch the full interview with Neil Donald Walsh if they put in their name and email address into this box. Now I've created a similar interview with Veena Ramphal, which is 16 minutes long, and I'm going to create a similar sign-up box for Veena's page on the Source site. So here is the video which I've already uploaded into the Vimeo platform. Now the whole of Source is configured to work with Vimeo, and one of the key reasons why we work with Vimeo is you have the ability in settings to change your privacy to hide videos from Vimeo, and this is really important if you've got precious content that you don't want the public to see. Provided you've got the Vimeo Pro or Plus platforms, I think it costs about £60 to upgrade from the basic Vimeo into Plus or to Pro. You can hide your videos from Vimeo, and that is the setting that you want for all of your videos that you're going to use to create your content. So going back into the Source system, here we are in CRM tools, and what I'm going to do is create an email template, and I'm just going to call this campaign the Veena Ramphal interview. Now this email is just like any email that you would create in your own email system. So we just put in a subject. We'll just call the email your Veena Ramphal interview, and that's what your customer will see. And I'm actually going to insert a signature. I'll show you how to set up your signature in a moment, but once you've created your signature within the system, you can insert it into all of your emails. And you can also personalize your emails, and there's a reminder up here of how to personalize them. So if you put in this first name piece of code, then the system will automatically put in your customer name. So I'm going to say dear first name. I'm actually going to put here is your link to my interview on Source TV, because actually this is coming from Vena's subsystem within Source TV. So obviously this email is going to come from her. But of course this email can say anything you would like it to, and it can also include an upsell to anything that you might want that person, or a page you might want that person to go to after they've completed their transaction. But for now I'm just going to keep it really simple. Now the way to put the video into this email is via this box, Vimeo URL. So if we go back to Vimeo, here is Vena's video, and then if you look at the top here, there's a unique number, and that's all you need, just that number. So we copy that number and we put it in to there, and that will attach that video and play it automatically when the customer receives this video. Now you can add attachments into this email, for example PDFs or whatever attachments that you would like, images, and you can also obviously include links in this email. It's just like writing a normal email as you would with your own system. So what I'm going to do, having completed that, I am now going to save that, and that is the email which my customer will receive when they sign up on the box within the Source system. So that email is now saved. So in email templates, this is where you create all of your email templates for the installments or the pieces of information that you want to send to your customer. Once you've created that content, then we have to just create a little engine for the campaign. So we're going to add a new campaign here, and we're going to call this campaign the Vena Ramphal Interview. Now within this campaign you can either create free sign-ups or you can create paid for sign-ups, and if you put a price into the campaign, then the system will create a PayPal button for you. So here in this campaign you can put a price in here, and as this is a free sign up, I'm just going to put in 0. That's really the only box that you need to worry about. And then down here is a summary of the emails to be sent. At the moment it's blank, so I'm just going to add a condition, and each time you add a condition it will add you a new installment, and then you can tell the system what you want to send after how many days. So on joining, I want to send the Vena Ramphal interview, and that's the only installment I want to send on this occasion. Obviously you could create more installments, you could send something after 1 day, after 2 days, and so on. But for this I'm just going to do a 1 installment free sign up. So I'm just going to remove those other 2 there. And that's it. That's my campaign done. So the campaign manager is really just an engine telling the system what you want to send your customer and when. The final piece that you need to include is the form builder, and this essentially creates the HTML code that you put into your website that will pop into the sign up box. So again, I'm going to add a form. And again I'm going to call it the Vena Ramphal Interview. So the next thing the system is going to ask you is for the return URL, and this is the web page where you want the system to send your customer after they've completed the sign up form. And this is really important because you want people to feel that something has happened after their transaction. So if I just put in my details into this sign up box on the Source site and I submit the form, so this was for the Neil Donald Walsh, you'll see it takes me to this landing page thanking me for signing up. So and I have created this page as a hidden page on the Source site just as a customer courtesy. So I'm going to copy that and I am going to just change it to the Vena Ramphal interview, and I will go back and I will actually create a page within the website called the Veena Ramphal interview as my landing page for when people have completed their transaction. Next it says what campaign do you want to send, and here you go, there's the Veena Ramphal interview in the drop down box. Response mail list, ignore that for now. You can ask the system to put each sign up person into a specific email list, but that's not necessary at this moment. And then it asks you, what is your display type? Now there are 3 different types of HTML output you can select. The first one is a simple sign up table in your website. The next is a piece of code which your web programmer might need if they don't want the HTML table, so that's another option. And the final one is an iframe form, and essentially that's a PayPal button. Now for this one, because we're just doing a sign up box, we're just going to opt for the HTML table. And then the system is asking me, what information do I want to ask of my customer? So at minimum I would suggest that you put in your first name, and always make these required fields, and secondly your email address. And it's really important obviously to collect these 2, because obviously we want to personalize that email, because we said dear Rachel, so we want to collect the first name, and obviously without an email address there won't be any address to send the information to. So at its simplest, that is all we need. So if we just save that, what we can do up here is generate HTML code, and then all I do is copy that code. Now if I go across to my WordPress site, I'm just going to show you just how to do this on just a new page for the purpose of just demonstrating how this works. In WordPress you have visual and you have text. You just put it into that code into the text just to show you. I'm going to publish that and then view the page. And there you go, there is the sign up box in my website, and of course you can surround that sign up box with whatever wording and imagery you choose in your website. So at its simplest, that is how to create a simple sign up box in your website using the Source Product Builder. I also promised to show you how to set up your email address, and all you do is you go into the email section of the system and down to email settings, and in here you can create your email signatures. And there you go, there is the simple text that we've created for Veena, and down here is the HTML version of that where you can actually put in pictures. It's important to fill in both boxes, because that way when your customer receives your email, whether they're viewing it via HTML or whether they're viewing it via text, they do receive a signature within the email. And then once you've created your emails, you simply save them, and they will then automatically go onto each email that you create. Or you can, in the email templates, we'll go back into that Veena Ramphal interview, we can add the signature to the email by just simply ticking that box, and that will automatically populate each email you send with your signature. Another handy hint is if you want to copy the entire email across to create a second installment, you simply go into the first version and you save it as a new template. And when you click on OK, you'll see you've created a carbon copy of that first email, and you can then go into that email and you can amend it to say, for example, day 2. So don't forget, if you do that, to save it, and there you go, you've got your first email and your day 2 email within the email templates. Finally, I'm just going to show you how to create a PayPal button. And what I've done here is I've created another campaign within Campaign Manager, and I've called it the Veena Interview. And in here all I've done is I have created a price, and here you go, £5. Now, just to mention, you might want to click on this box, notify me when there has been a sign up, and then there's an email address to use, and that's quite handy so that you get an alert each time someone has purchased your product. Now the key thing in here is to make sure that you enter your PayPal address. So assuming, I'm just going to assume that this one for Vina is the same as her email address, and so that is the address to which all of the monies for this product will automatically go to. If you click here to have this product sold through Source, then the monies will go to the Source system, and you'll then receive a 50% commission on anything we sell, but only if you tick that box. And there you go, there is the emails to be sent, and I'm going to save that campaign. And in Form Builder, all you do is you create a new form. This is called the Vina interview, and the only change here between this and the sign up form is you opt for this third option, the iframe form. And so if I go for that option and I save that, if I generate the HTML code there and I paste it into my website as we did before, the code will pop into an automated PayPal button, and if I click that in my site and I fill in all of my information, there you go, it's asking me for the payment of £5, and that automatically goes through into Vina's PayPal account, and I could complete my purchase by putting my own password in there. So that's just a very quick guide on how to create a PayPal button in your website.